1. More toilets only mean more scavengers, says Bezuada Wilson. GS Paper 1, Salient Features of Indian Society. What is the context about? The Ramon Magsaysay award has turned the spotlight on manual scavengers again, but the shadow of Swachh Bharat looms over them, says one of this year's awardees, Bezuada Wilson. One of the founders and convener of the Safai Karmakari Andolan, a civil society movement that aims to eradicate manual scavenging. Many of these toilets will be constructed in areas where sanitation facilities, including septic tanks and running water, are not available. Who will remove the waste there? There are 2 lakh manual scavengers in India today, nearly all of them concentrated in North India. The Safai Karmakari Andolan and its convener firmly believe the perpetuation of caste-based occupations in the country has trapped Dalits in demeaning occupations like manual scavenging. Measures taken by the government to end manual scavenging. In 1908-81, the Ministry of Home Affairs took up the centrally sponsored scheme for liberation of scavengers by way of conversion of existing dry latrines into low-cost poor flush latrines and providing alternative employment to the unemployed scavengers as one of the measures for removal of untouchability and providing financial assistance in selected towns. A task force constituted by the Planning Commission in July 1989 on the subject suggested for separate scheme for liberation and rehabilitation. It also explored the basis for the enactment of certain legislation to ban construction and continuation of dry latrines and prohibit the practice of manual scavenging. In 1992, the scheme of liberation of scavengers was bifurcated. For conversion of dry latrines into waterborne flush latrines, an integrated low-cost sanitation (ILCS) scheme was started. The National Scheme for Liberation and Rehabilitation of Scavengers and Their Dependents (NSLRS) was started for providing alternative employment to the liberated scavengers and their dependents. Taking into consideration the seriousness of the problem and the requests of the state governments, Parliament enacted the Employment of Manual Scavengers and Construction of Dry Latrines Prohibition Act, 1993 inches. The Act, inter alia, provides that no person shall engage in or employ for or permit to be engaged in or employed for any other person for manually carry human excreta, or construct or maintain a dry latrine. Nevertheless, there were reports of existence of manual scavenging. The House Listing and Housing Census, 2011 reported that there are about 26 lakh insanitary latrines in the country. Accordingly, the Parliament passed the Prohibition of Employment as Manual Scavengers and Their Rehabilitation Act, 2013, MS Act, 2013, which came into effect from 6 December, 2013.